Hello and welcome to a new episode of Tester Tech. My name is Eric and I create videos about automation and testing in open source projects and also cover a whole lot of Fedora and Linux related content. This video is specifically about 10 things to do after installing the Fedora i3-spin. But not limited to Fedora i3-spin, you can also use regular i3. Just know that I will be showing the commands using Fedora i3-spin in this video. And I will assume you're a little bit familiar with i3 and tiling window manager. If not, check out my previous video about the basics of i3. And after that, please come back. And also, before we begin, please consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Helps me out a lot with the channel, and a thumbs up will be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's dig into the video. Hey everyone, welcome to this video about the first 10 things to do after installing i3-spin. So this is like the completed end result. I would say, of course, you have the application launcher here. You launch your browser, for example. You have some notifications here. I have terminal and Vim. So basically everything you needs to be productive. Of course, this is not the most minimal i3 setup, but this is my personal preference and I like it a lot. Yours may vary, of course. And here, as you can see, I have my audio configuration, and here I have the power control in here. I have the network manager, this is standard, and the bar at the top I have the alt tab here, just one at this moment. Yeah, it's a completely usable desktop, which you can use to just do your work or browse or whatever you want to do. First 10 things, and to demonstrate it, I need to go a clean installation because I think that's the best way to demonstrate it to you. So let's do that. Alright, so now we have a clean Fedora i3, Fedora 38. Yeah, so the first thing on the list to do is get some swag. I would say you should at least install some kind of a top bar. And for that, I will be installing Polybar. And also Rofi and Dunst and also compton, and these will improve, all these applications will improve the look and feel and the usability. Compton is not there, so it's Picom probably. Yeah, looks good. Let's install it. So we have those, and yeah, kind of a base installation would be good to have, but default it will be just a Polybar, will be a simple bar. Let's see if you want to launch it. And you have the config file, I think, if you just do Polybar here. So this is like a base bar. It's similar to this one, but only on the top, and yeah, it looks a lot better, I think, more modern. The only thing you don't have is the network manager applet here, and that's very handy to have, but we will fix that later. So this is how it looks in the beginning. So let's cancel. So all right, and Rofi, as you can see here, Rofi is unsure what to show. So if you Rofi show, for example, drun, so Rofi show drun, and drun, if you don't know, that's this menu here. I did mod D, and then it showed that menu. So here, drun, so it's the same as this one, right? Same as this one. Here you can launch applications, what you want. So this is already very useful. Dunst is for the notifications, and I think you can Dunstify, hello, Here, you can send messages here to Dunst. All right, and that leaves us with Picom/compton, and that is for transparency and shadows of the windows. And you will see that later when we have the configuration. So I'm gonna grab my default configuration now and just install it very easily. And just show you how to start with the swag. Actually, I have a couple of other videos out there. Rise i3 from scratch, they're called. And you can also look at them, but this is more, I think, more concise. Let's see. Repositories, Rise i3 from scratch Pywal, I would say pick that one. Let's just you can grab the through HTTPS. You can also download the zip, whatever you want. So let's do this. And then you need to have git, so sudo dnf install git. I'm not sure why it's not default there. It should be there in my opinion, but anyways. Let's make it there git persistent or recursive git. Now just git. cd into there and clone that repository. Okay, that's there. And let's cd into that repository. All right. So you have the .config, .local and scripts. And I would say just copy the recursively the whole scripts directory to your home folder. And copy recursively .config star asterisk to config. And this will copy all the files here in the config directory into config. So that's that. And then do the same with local. There you go. So that's enough for now. And let's see if we have a vim. We don't have vim, so sudo dnf install vim. You can also do nvim, but for now I'll do just vim. All right. So that's installed, and let's config i3 config. This is an important step. Let's move this to the second. So this is an important step. You need to, if you follow my steps at least, you need to change this. Maybe I can create the script smart enough to detect it themselves, but yeah, now it's just home demo. And that's enough for this step. So, okay, that's good. And if we reload i3, you see it's already gaps, it's already integrated, Fedora 38, and it's already integrated, so that's very nice. The only thing that's not being triggered is Picom. I will log out and log it back in again, you will see the difference. All right, so at least you see shadows here, right? Shadows. You don't see transparency yet, but there you go. Transparent background. Here you go. So this is transparency now. And yeah, I think this is beginning to look nice. So yeah, you have some animations and some transparency and stuff like that. So just to summarize, we have the Polybar here. We have the Rofi here. And for example, Alt-Tab as well. And we have the Dunst, the notifications. We have that. And we have the modern look and feel of the desktop, I would say. So it's a good starting point, right? And let's go further. And as you may notice, we also have the Wi-Fi, at least the network manager here. So that's very good. That's my default config has it. So it's cool, I would say. Let's start, basically looking at all the hardware that we have. And for that, so we have in the scripts directory, we have the Polybar start. That's a script. So let's go to scripts. List it, and it's Polybar start. That's this one. Vim. Open the Vim first. So just this. Just to know that it goes in home, config, Polybar, launch, and then hack is the the theme. Only one theme that I have here. So let's launch it. And it will kill the Polybar and launch it again. But the reason I want to do it in the terminal is because then you see the messages here. As you can see, temperature, this is not a good device here. And it's the CPU temperature. GitHub, you can ignore that. There's a module. And the speed is not finding the wlan. So let's fix at least the wlan so that will give you a starting point for your hardware. And for that I need to go into that theme directory, config, Polybar, hack. So you have a couple of files in here, and I think in modules, and let's search for wlan. There you go. So you have the internal network here. This is wireless network is already here. So let's check what our wireless network card actually is. IP add. And this is the one. I think this is the one, right? It's not the same. So let's change this. Insert this one. Copy and paste. Okay, search again, wlan, maybe it's somewhere else as well. Speed, yeah, that was actually the thing. So, and paste it in there. All right, let's search again, wlan. No, not found. So let's exit out of here and let's quit that. And let's do the Polybar start again. So scripts, Polybar start. And the message is gone, and you see the wireless network and the speed. So as you can see, you can fix you can fix these errors. So for fun, just for fun, let's see if we can quickly fix this. I think again modules, temperature. So let's temperature, and here resize a little bit. So here you have it. This is the path. And there's a tip here. So these config files are very handy. And you can use sensors to find preferred temperature source, then run this one. All right, so let's think this one. Let's move it to this workspace. Yeah, paste, please. There you go. So zoom in. And yeah, your CPU, GPU, you can do more multiple. Let's do the CPU. Let's copy the string here. And yeah, you can just remove the old one. It's no problem. Oops. Probably a command to do this quicker. Remove the line, but let's paste it in. Okay, let's exit. And let's do the Polybar start again. There you go. Also gone, and you see the temperature here. So I think a keen eye would say, hey, you missed some icons. And that's also to do with fonts. So just to summarize, before we dive into that, we just check the hardware and try to fix it. Yeah, we fixed 2 of them in the modules. Let's look at fonts at this moment, because we want to have nice fonts. So it's also here, if we look at the Polybar, and that is, I'm always confused. I think it's in bars. So let's open bars. It's a font. Yeah. So JetBrains Mono, ESFK, nerdfont, these. I already showed you how to get these. Get these in a previous video. So let's just do it quickly. Nerdfonts. patched. ESFK, let's do the light maybe. And let's grab the light nerd font. Download. There's one. And the other one was JetBrains, right? So JetBrains mono. Ligatures, nice. And let's do the regular there. Nerd font regular. And let's download. And then I have 2 of these font files, TTF files, in my downloads folder. Let's go here and let's search if we have local share fonts. We don't have it, so let's make it like there. And let's move from downloads .ttf, 2 of them, to the previous directory. All right, so for that we need to reload the font cache. So sudo fc cache reload forcibly and show it on screen. Okay, and let's list. So fc list and grab in case sensitive nerd. So we have 2 of them there. All right. So JetBrains mono nerd font and ESFK nerd font. Those are the 2. And let's see, JetBrains mono NL. So NL stands for non-ligature, semi-bold. So let's change it to so 14 is quite big. Let's make it 12. And this can be removed. ESFK nerd font. ESFK nerd font is already okay. 14 is quite big. Let's make it 12 as well. All right, that's also okay. And let's do Polybar start again. And now we have more icons here, as you can see. So it's beginning to come together nicely. All right, and let's also customize the terminal a little bit. And actually, I recently started preferring console. So console is from KDE, but you can also customize it. And what I want to do is remove the title bar and have the cursor blinks and an underlying cursor. So here, that's what I like to do. Automatically copy selection to clipboard. I want to that. And the page dialog. Yeah, I don't want that. And the scroll back, let's do it more and hide the scroll bar there. All right. Scroll on output. Okay. Scroll increase code. That's okay. And let's go to here. So the font, we can use a different one. So we had JetBrains mono. See if we have it. We don't have it. Maybe if I close the terminal and open it up again. But we can also use, for now, source code. Let's see, 14, okay. It's a little bit too big. So 12 for this. This looks okay. Allow bold text. Yeah, okay. Let's keep it like that. So menu bar, don't. Border, don't. Okay, nice. No tabs. Colors, keep it like this for now. And let's do the dark pastel, so like that one. All right, I think that's just about it for this. Okay, looks to be okay. Let's quit, open it up. As you can see, very nice and clean, right? And let's also check if we, can change the font to what we wanted, or at least what I wanted yet. No, EO, SFK, that's not in there. Yeah. Anyways, not bothered by that. Beginning to come nicely. I think one of the other things also is we have now configured the terminal is set up some aliases. And this is my whole home folder with the bash rc in here, bash rc. All right, so we can put them in there. Let's first open the bash rc, vim bash rc. So increase the font size a little bit. So here we have this one. And you can just put them in here, or you can create an aliases file. That's up to you what you want. But I want to do it here. So let's aliases. So first one that I always want to do is create an alias to the i3 configuration. So I insert alias i3-conf equals vim home config i3-config. So it's already pretty nice to have that quickly at your disposal. And I also, yeah, it's personal, but when you work with Git, you want to have a Git status, right? Yeah, but it's a little bit out of scope for this video, to be honest. And for the bash rc, so alias bash rc equals vim and a home bash rc. Still saves you some characters, right? So this is easy, and yeah, just to quickly pull up the files and stuff like that. So it's easy. And now you source it, meaning you effectuate the bash rc basically, and we can go i3-conf, go there easy, right? Let's say you also want to have an alias to that configuration of the themes alias, but there's multiple files. Then you can just do, let's do polyconf equals vim config, config polybar, and then hack. If you put it like this, let's do that, polyconf, then you can browse, as you can see here. That's nice, right? So if you have the bars and you had T, open up in a new tab, and you can, with control and page up, page down, you can navigate between these tabs. Pretty quick, right? And then you can also click if you want. At least this terminal doesn't do it, but others do it. But control, page up, page down should do the trick. And yeah, you can work on this file if you want to exit, escape, colon if you don't want to save it, Q, exclamation mark, quits, and Q, bye bye. Okay, so that's some aliases there, and I use it a lot. But anyway, setting up a monitor is also important. And for that I have lxrandr. So lxrandr, that's the one. And here you have the two monitors. And I combine that with a renderer. That's this one. So I now have two displays overlapping because I'm doing capture, screen capture. And if you have this, for example, if you change it, you can save it, save as, and it saves it to a shell file. So you can easily effectuate a certain screen layout. That's very handy. So I have the one, the lxrandr, is a little bit user friendly, I would say, this one. But the other one is handy because of the shell script, and that's why I use both of them. Let's move to the next point. Next point is wallpapers. And for that, fa is a wallpaper. At least you can use that as a wallpaper. in my scripts directory, I have scripts set wall.sh, randomize bgfill home pictures wallpapers. So if you have a couple of wallpapers in there, let's quickly grab some. Let's go to pixels. This is way better. And then that side. Not that I dislike Linux wallpapers, but let's see if we have some Linux wallpapers here. I think not, but free Linux wallpaper photos. Very nice pictures. Let's do this one. And yeah, if you like this, you can toss them a like and also give them, so let's do the large download and give them a small tip, donate. I did it a couple of times. I think it really helps the artist out. So let's snip that and pictures, Wallpapers. So now it will of course select the one you have there, but you can imagine that if you have multiple, it will select a random one. And you can put that in your i3-conf. So wallpaper. So here you have, does it indeed. I already have it. So don't worry about that. Set wall. If you just put a couple of wallpapers in that in the directory, then you're good to go anyways with my configuration. So pretty cool, right? And oh yeah, here you have also the network applet here. So that's wallpapers covered. And yeah, I have a couple of videos about Pywal, and yeah, I really love it, to be honest. So pip install, and for this you need to have Python Pywal. Let's see if we have pip. We don't have sudo dnf install Python 3 pip. I don't have it. Did. Okay, so this is now installed. So I can do Pywal. Is it local bin? Yeah, it's in here. Wall is in here. So let's check if I can do wall. I can do wall. So wall is the first step anyways. So that's good. And if you go to my Git repository again, and here you have the image browser, you can use that if you want. So image browser and Python, but you do need to install something, but it says it. So Python and then main py. See tk enter, it's not installed. So sudo dnf install Python 3 tk enter, I think, yeah. Okay, and now it says pillow, so pip install pillow dnf install Python 3 pillow tk. I saw it somewhere. So Python main. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, there was one missing. And let's do the stack layout. So here you have, yeah, just one wallpaper, but it's just for demonstration purposes. If you run Pywal now, it will apply the color scheme to your terminal, and yeah, get the colors here. So that's the whole script actually for now. And if you're interested, I have a whole video about it, how I created the script and why and stuff like that. But yeah, for now I think we have a nice desktop going. And let's move to the next subject. And that is Power Manager. And that's XFCE Power Manager. So I recommend you at least have a Power Manager. So sudo dnf install xfce4 power manager. So I was playing around with it, but the first time you need to launch it. So xfce, this one you need to launch the power manager first time. Launch it now, yes. And now you see the icon here. So I was missing that before. I have my laptop unplugged and let's plug it in now. You see the icon here as well changing. All right, so you can set up a power profile what you want. And this is also very useful if you're a laptop. And you can, yeah, you don't see it on a recording, but you can change the brightness here. Presentation mode, it will stay on the whole time. So let's do that for now. And you have here battery plugged in. So let's say plugged in. And when you want to close the laptop lid, you just want to switch off the display. Pretty nice, right? So display, you can set up all these options here. And I highly recommend you use a power manager. And also settings, have the tray icon here. Yeah, tray icon. It's now, we'll show it here. And in my i3-conf, you have it here on this line. So xfce power manager, so it will trigger it automatically. One other thing that's also important, at least that's very handy. Let's say you want to do something that requires root permissions. So gparted, I think, gparted. Or kparted. Let's do gparted. This will install more libraries because it's a GNOME application. Actually installs quite a lot. Should have gone with kparted maybe, but anyways, so let's launch partition, gparted. Maybe you can see, at least what I see, nothing happens, gparted. So no authentication agent found, right? So sudo xhost plus. So clients can connect for any host. Let's do sudo gparted. So this now probably works. That is good. And what if you do it like just gparted? So nothing happens, right? And that's why you need that authentication I just mentioned. So the KDE settings daemon. Maybe there's others, but this at least works for me. So let's go to i3-conf again. KDE settings. Here we have the Polkit, so this is the one. So the Polkit KDE authentication agent 1. But I think it's just Polkit or something. So sudo dnf search. You don't have to do sudo for search, but okay. KDE this is a Polkit. Polkit, an authorization framework. Polkit KDE. So let's maybe you just need Polkit, but let's do the whole thing anyways. Sudo. This will also install a bunch of libraries. As you can see, way lighter than GNOME. So yeah, just a couple of them. So for me, I think I like to combine some KDE applications with i3 because it makes my experience a whole lot more pleasurable. And now let's see what happens. First, I need to log out. So log out, yes. Back again. Open up this gparted. And it should prompt for a password. So let's check ps grab poll. Yeah, this is running Polkit. And maybe that's because this is a GNOME application. Okay, the partition manager. Partition manager requires privilege in order to work. Please refresh the device list. Refresh. So no prompt coming in just yet. Let's see if we can debug it. And okay, let's open up. Now it's i3 config all. Of course, yeah, this is tested on OpenSUSE, and of course we are not on OpenSUSE. Let's do search for this one, Polkit, and open terminal. So just a quick trick, so to search over the whole system, you can use mlocate, and you need to have a database update db. Already done, and locate. Locate what you want, this one. So here you have it. This is the one. Copy. Let's stack it. Paste it. Different path. Let's reload. Let's exit again, and I'll come back to the session. So log out. Yes. All right. Back again. Open up the partition manager. Partition manager. Yeah. There you go. That's the whole thing. So now you can just type your password. And then you can use the applications that require sudo privileges, root permissions. And that means we have done the whole list. If you're wondering about this icon here, it's in the launcher, so it's in the user modules actually, module launcher. And here you have the icon. And this is not showing, but let's put an icon there and go to the website of the nerdfonts cheat sheet. And let's, for example, menu something. This maybe, if you copy, and then you can paste. There you go. And then you have to do a Polybar start again. To reload it, and it should have the icon here. And if you're into installing applications, you can use DNF, but also use Flatpak. And if you go to the FlatHub website, you can add this. So first what you do is install it, of course, and then so now you're prompted for the root password like I showed you before. Oh, this, okay. And then you can search. So Let's say you want Krita. But what I normally do is do it like this. So, and after that has been installed, you can run it like this. Flatpak run org a Krita. So. It's not showing up here. But when you log out and log back in again, it should appear the menu. So you can launch it from the menu. So that's good. So let's say you have some application you just unpacked or something. You don't have a desktop file, or you cannot find it in the launcher. Then one way to do it is have the Flatpak go on Flathub. And this one, the desktop files creator, is very easy, and you can create your own application launcher with it. You could also do it with copying existing files and stuff like that, but this is way easier. So if you have it installed, then you can launch it. Desktop files creator. And this is, you need to fix it. So home demo local share application does not exist. So let's make it there. Oops, make it there. Local share applications. So and now you can launch it again. Now it doesn't complain. And let's say you have that Pywal image browser. So Pywal image browser. And here you can specify what to execute. So let's go here, home, groups, no, git. Okay, this one for now is fine. This is a little bit strange because it's a Flatpak. It's at a strange path. And yeah, what I do then, so let's say you have that script again, here, git let's do it like this. Let's copy. So scripts. So home, let's do this. So home demo scripts image browser main. Icon you could specify, but it's okay. But this actually Python, need to run it with Python. Should be okay. Let's create it. Pywal image browser, and there you have it. So that's about creating applications, application launchers. Hey, I'm back. So ending this video, If you're still watching, thanks a lot, it really means a lot to me. And I hope you liked it and that you learned something new, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.